Okay, today we're going to look at how we do multi-digit multiplication. So we're going to use an algorithm to solve these questions. Here we've got 576 times 21. Alright, so what we're doing multiplication, we're always going to start on the right hand side. So we're going to start by multiplying 1 with each of these three numbers. Okay? So 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 7 is 7, and 1 times 5 is 5. Cool, easy peasy. Now we're going to move on and multiply our tens. So the tens is 20. So we're going to be multiplying each of these numbers by 2. But because this 2 does actually represent the number 20, we have to put a 0 down here as like a placeholder to show that, well, I'm not multiplying by the number 2, I'm actually multiplying by the number 20. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be multiplying each of these numbers by the number 2. Cool. So 2 times 6 is 12. Alright, so I'm going to put the 2 down here, but I've got to carry that 1 and put it back up here because I can't write the number 12 in here, otherwise I'll end up with some really weird stuff going on. Okay, so I'm only going to put down the ones column or the units column down here, so the 2, and the 1 gets put up here. So now I'm going to go 2 times 7, that gives me 14, but then I need to add this 1, so that gives me 15. So I'm going to put that 5 down here and carry that 1 over. Now I'm going to go 2 times 5, which gives me 10, but I have to add that 1, so that gives me 11. So now because I'm out of numbers, I can actually just write the number 11. Cool. So now I've got these two numbers, but I need to add them together. So I'm going to be plussing this number and this number together to give me my answer. Now when we do addition, just like with multiplication, we always start on the right hand side. Okay, so I'm going to be adding these numbers and then working my way across. So 6 plus 0 gives me 6. 7 plus 2 gives me 9. 5 plus 5 gives me 10, so I have to put down the 0 and carry the 1. Okay? Now, there's no number up here, so I'm just going to be going 1 plus this 1 up here. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus nothing is just 1. Cool, and that is how we do multi-digit multiplication. Let's have a go at another one. This one has 4 digits that we're going to be multiplying. Alright, so just like with before, I'm going to start multiplying each of these numbers up here by the 2. So this, and this, and this, and then this one. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 8 is 16, and I'm going to carry that 1. 2 times 9 is 18, but then I have to add this 1, so it becomes 19. Carry the 1 again. And now 2 times 4 gives me 8. I have to add that 1, so it gives me 9. Awesome. Now I'm going to move on to this 3. But this 3 doesn't just represent the number 3, it's actually the 30. It's 30 out of the 32. Okay? So I'm going to be multiplying each of these numbers by 3, but because it's not just the number 3, it's actually the number 30, I need to put down a 0 as a placeholder to show that I'm multiplying by the tens column now. Alright, cool. So now, 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 8 gives me 24. And I'm going to carry the 2, so I'm just going to write it up top here. So now I've got 3 9s are 27, but I need to add those 2, so it becomes 29. I'm only going to put down the 9, and I'm going to carry that 2. So now I've got 3 4s are 12, and I'm going to add that 2, so it becomes 14. Alright, cool. And again, just like with before, now I need to add these two numbers together. So 4 plus 0 gives me 4. 6 plus 6 gives me 12. I put down the 2 and I carry the 1. Now I'm going to be going 9 plus 4 gives me 13, and I'm adding 1, so it becomes 14. I'm carrying that 1. So 9 plus 9 plus 1, that'll give me 19. Carrying the 1. 4 plus 1 gives me 5. And then 1 on its own. Great. And there we go. That's how we do multi-digit multiplication. The important things to know is that you always start from the right-hand side. You take turns multiplying each of these. You need to carry any tens that you get. So if you get a number that's like 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that, you need to carry the 1 over to the next side and add it in after you do the multiplication. And then it's super important that you need to add in your zeros as placeholders, because this is the number 21. This here, when I start multiplying with the 2, I need to add a 0 here to show that I'm actually multiplying by the number 20, not just the number 2. Okay, cool. And that's how we do multi-digit multiplication.